Has the broadcast started? There we go. Has the broadcast started? Okay, y'all. So I was looking at this girl named New York Lay, or is it Lay X? And she does like all of this. She does the Instagram. She's doing the Instagram. Okay, I'm looking at the gold party. So they had the Lux party, the gold party. Anyway, she's like on Instagram, not on Instagram, she's on TikTok. And she's Filipino, and look, y'all, look at the dirtiness of my room. I'm gonna keep it like that too. She's Filipino and black. And so that made me bring up my CRT for today. Because somebody is trying to block me from putting her or tagging her in the little video. So I was like, I'll just do that. Okay, like, so last night I just went to sleep. That's all the fuck I did. I went to sleep last night. So that's what it is. So, yeah, like, so I was like, this is a good topic. It's a good topic because every time somebody relates to you about something, that does not mean it's racist. I'm going to tell y'all about racism in 1 second. So I was trying to add her, and it wouldn't let me add her. So anyway, I'm just going to... Okay, so let's talk about it today. Hello. Hi. Hi. So, listen. So when I was growing up, I was told not to tell people that I'm Jewish. Especially because we were in like you are lying. Especially when we were in like an all black community, right? So like we grew up in an all black community and that's it. So we never talk. And also my cousins are Native American and black. My aunt is like Cherokee and black. And so my cousin's Native American and black. And my grandmother is Native American and black. And so that's what it is. So it's like my grandfather is Jewish, but he's dark-skinned Jewish. He was really dark. So hence the Queen of England, where she's like, she doesn't want Meghan Markle's child to be dark. You know why? Because she thinks Meghan Markle probably is really me. Because when they get a little information, remember I was like a theater student, I was at the college, all the different stuff. So Meghan Markle is now an actress, okay? So she's a mixed girl. So she's thinking that they got lighter. You get what I'm talking about? And so it's like she doesn't want Meghan Markle to know that she really is the heir of the throne. If Meghan Markle was really me, Meghan Markle could have thrown her ass out that fucking house. It's not a joke. It's not their house. It's ours. So that's what was happening. That's why the Queen was doing all this shit. That's why I had to come out and be like, bitch, I'm right here. And then she had a heart attack. So I'm thinking, that's just how the cookie crumbles. So now that's the first part. So as I was growing up, I wasn't supposed to say anything. And so the first hint of racism I felt was from the Jewish community. So that's like I have somebody coming to me and saying, you can only have one child because you're a dark person. You can only, like, she wasn't like you have to be Jewish. She's just like, you don't have to practice the Jewish religion. You can practice any religion. You are just a Jewish person. And so I was like, okay, like, you know, like still it doesn't mean anything to me because I'm really like, I'm black. I'm a little black girl, you know? So, as I grow up, I'm really being raised like a Jewish boy. So it's like, that was the other thing. They started trying to change me into a boy. Like, oh yeah, they kept me around the boys, all this different stuff. And so I was just like, what the fuck is going, like, I didn't notice anything. And it was like, you know, I'm supposed to study a lot, right? So then when they told me I was the queen, that's when I was like, okay. So then they started giving me different points of education. They started telling me every fucking thing, like about the spirits, about how the people talk. Like they taught me this shit when I was little, all this little scientific shit that's going on now. But that's how I said I came up with Wi-Fi and all the different stuff too. So as this time goes on, I don't really have to worry about racism until I get to Cahokia. And when I have people, like, we were coming down the street and somebody called us nigger. Oh, and also in Washington Park too, it was a family down the street that would call us niggers. We never took it because my stepdad is like, so what? Like, we better than him anyway. Like, it's not like he's saying we better than him. He just like, who gives a fuck? You see what I'm saying? Like, let's just go in the house. Like, we'll be riding down the street, they be nigger, 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 nigger on the back of their truck after they just stole our bike. He just like, we ain't gonna do nothing. Just come in the house. We don't need the bike. We'll get another one. And so we were like moving in a year anyway. Like, we were only gonna be there for a year. So then we get the house in Cahokia, and that was it. So we get the house in Cahokia, then we like walk into the store, and somebody ride past in a drop top, and she was like, "Niggers, get out of the street." Y'all, we went in the street. We was waiting on the corner for her to pass by. So we just like, when people are racist, they actively try to insult you. So it really is discrimination. And if people are racist, they actively try to come after you. So we go down the street to this bar, and it's like it's a candy store inside the bar. So we going down the street to the bar, and when we come in there, they always got some type of comment. So one day they found out the baseball player, the Cardinal, was taking cocaine or something. And so the guy's like, "Is that your dad? Is that your dad? Is such and such your dad?" And we was just like, what the fuck is going on? So it's like, again, you like, racism really is stupidity. And so, I mean, it really is stupid. You know what I'm talking about? It's like, it's something that just like, you just like, this is really crazy. Because like this girl was saying, she's Filipino and black. She say all they ever see her as is black. And she's actually mostly black, because usually black people don't have a bridge on their noses. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's usually like right here, they don't have I have a bridge. My son doesn't have a bridge. That's why I say he's mostly black. So I'll get to that part too. So it's like, we usually, like, you see what I'm saying? Black people, usually, we black people, I'm black too, don't usually have a bridge on our nose. And so that's it. When you have a bridge, and you know that you're mostly another race. That's all that is. So when I look at my son, me and my son look just alike. The only difference is our nose. That's it. That's the only difference. So like my sisters, their dad is from Centerville. I think he's mostly black too. But they Jewish too. So it's like they have the same heritage I do, except for it might be a higher percentage somewhere else. My mother too. My mother was mostly Jewish. What am I doing? Oh, it's my show. So CRT Multi-cultural. I even have a long title, and I have to put it in. But also, this will bring it up for me sometimes. So, multicultural racism. So that's it. So today, when the girl was like explaining the New York lakes, she was trying to explain like her mother. She thinks that her mother was being racist, and it's like, your mom is not racist. When I get through telling you my story, you'll understand. So your mother is not racist, just like I'm not racist. So I think that sometimes I offend my son too, and my son does offend me too. He offends me, but he's not racist. My son is not trying to offend me. So that's what it is too. It's like, he's not trying to be mean. So first off, I was listening to Baratunde Thurston's book, and people were talking about this at the end of his book, where they were like, well, I'm mostly African. So, well, they're like, I'm African. I know my history. So if you're African American and you don't know your history, well, in this case, my son is African American, and he knows his history from both sides of the family. So it's like, you can't come to my son and be like, hey, you know what I'm talking about? Like, trying to like knock him off of his square. Like my son has been telling people he's been mixed his whole life because he does not see African culture and African American culture as the same thing. And we don't even say African American, we say Black American. So we say his Black American culture and his African culture, we don't see that as the same thing. So he's always said that he's mixed. So when they see that his last name is Schuler, it's like, okay, so you're Jewish. This is something that his teachers recognized before I told them. So our culture, like I teach him, it's just something I already know. Like I don't, like the same way I was raised. Like we were raised Jewish and my family doesn't know. We've been raised Jewish for real. So it's like, that's something that his teachers recognized, and I just like slowly introduced it to him. So instead of getting him a dreidel, I went and found him what's that thing? He loves them too now. What's this thing called? It spins around in a circle. Yeah, instead of getting him a dreidel for Christmas, that's what we found him for Christmas. It spins around in a circle, and they gotta like shoot it out or whatever. So that's what he got. It's like a little spinner, and it would tell points. Man, it was the best one. It had points on it. Like it would like light up and give him points. I love that one too. So that's what I gave him instead of a dreidel. We practice this. We kind of practice this stuff. I teach him how to make stuff instead of like always having to buy stuff. Like we'll make stuff too. Like I'll make like the lands for his toys. I'll try to make stuff too, like just to kind of get him used to that stuff. And he's like okay with that too, with me building him stuff too. So it's like, and we'll do that with Legos. So I'm just like, I'm Jewish, but I'm upgraded. You know what I'm talking about? Like it's like I'm not totally traditional, but I'm traditional, especially like, and I'm more traditional. Not with gifts or whatever. I'm more traditional with how we treat people, how we live at our home, all those different things. I'm really traditional with that stuff. Like I wear my hair out, like most Jewish women cover their hair. So I'm not an Orthodox Jewish person, and so that's it. So it's like I don't know how to explain that to you because when people see me, all they see is black. And sometimes it's like when they get to know me, they actually think that I think I'm better than they are. It is like so funny. Like you think I'm like, it's like, you know, like this is something where it's like, oh my God, did you see her? She's horrible. Did you see her online? Look at her hair. Look at this. I'm usually like really well put together. I'm usually really organized. I'm usually like, I have a good personality. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm always like kind of like the center of attention. So it's like, I don't, you know, usually people have other issues with me besides my color. So it's like every time I go somewhere, it's not my color that's the issue. Usually it's my personality. So when I go somewhere, I'm hated by any hater in the room. So whether they be black, white, Hispanic, Indian, Jewish, Native American, I'm hated by any person in the room that has an issue with something. You see what I'm saying? Like it's like I am always the center of their hate. If I'm the center of attention, I'm the center of the hate too. So that's what it is. So it's like that's racism because some of these people that are jealous will actively try to attack me. They will come to me to attack me. So like when I tell y'all, people will call me into the office to ask me stupid ass questions. I was at one job where this woman called me in the office to ask me if I was Jewish. She was like, "You're Jewish?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm Jewish." Yeah, I felt so scared. That's not something that she needed to ask me because that's discrimination. She was like, "You're Jewish?" "Yes, I'm Jewish." I said, "Sammy Davis Jr. is Jewish." So she could not, it's just like she couldn't understand it. Like, it's like, okay. You see what I'm saying? At that time, I wasn't thinking about Tracy Ellis Ross, but it's like, why do I have to explain that to you? I'm talking about every time these white bitches come to me, they have like some type of discrimination issue. It's either my sex or my culture. You know what I'm saying? So what am I supposed to run hot? Am I supposed to be a Jewish woman? Is my pussy supposed to jump every time a man comes into the room? It's like, no, because that's what your pussy does because you are a hoe. You understand what I'm saying? Your life is a tradition of a hoe. And so when you get to a person that's not doing all the stuff that you think they supposed to be doing, then that's the problem. So like a person that is a hoe will be mad trying to stalk me because I'm not like, okay, like when I date, I mostly people think I'm a Christian. So mostly good people. Like when I date men, I usually end up with a good person. Okay? So the reason why I end up with a good person is because they think that I'm a Christian woman. I actually hold myself as I'm a Christian woman, but I don't go around and be like, oh, Proverbs 3:55, 17 said, you be like, I'm not that type of person. Like, I'm just not about to do that all day. Quote the Bible and girl, when God said be patient and love, and you be like, the only quotes I use from the Bible is the love. That's it. Love. That's it. That's all I use is the definition of love from the Bible. That's it. I don't use nothing else from that motherfucker. So it's like, so people that assume that I'm just like a Christian woman, I'm talking about, that's it. Like, I'm not the typical person. I'm not that person either. I'm not a Christian. I'm not a Catholic. You see what I'm saying? Like, religion has nothing to do with my life. Politics has nothing to do with my life. So people that assume that about me, then that's when it's like, okay, but you a good person. Hell yeah, I'm a good person. Because I live by Jewish law. Like, I'm not a person I live by the teachings of my eye. So it's like, I'm not about to just like, oh, I'm going to give you my soul, my salvation, all that stuff. Fuck you. Like, it's like my life is very important to me. My standards are very important to me. So somebody is always trying to push me outside those standards. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying, like, if I don't smoke weed, I'm not telling you, hey, don't smoke weed because that's bad for you. I smoked weed before. It might be good for you. It's just bad for me because I come from a family of addicts. I'm not drinking all that liquor. You know why? Because first off, it doesn't taste good. And when I'm honest about it, beer is not good without fajitas. And once I finish the fajitas, I can go ahead and throw the beer out. And so it's just like some things people just don't admit. All wine tastes the same unless it's sweet. Y'all see what I'm saying? Like, that shit don't be good. It's not a difference for me. I might as well just make a cup of fucking Kool-Aid. I'm serious. Like, Kool-Aid has different flavors. Wine tastes all the fucking same. Whether it's white, rosé, or red. I don't want to, you see what I'm saying? None of it has actually had a fit for me. So, but if you tell me some Kool-Aid and some iced tea or some lemonade, I can tell you which one tastes better with it. And so that's what it is. It's like all those different things. Like, it's like, I don't know. Like, people just not honest all the time. Cigars taste different. Whiskey tastes different with the cigar. But wine, it all tastes the fucking same. So it's like, be honest with yourself, and it's like that's how you create that culture. I'm not gonna drink wine either because I come from a family of addicts. I don't want to be an alcoholic. I don't want to overeat. I'm a foodie. I don't overeat either. So it's like that's all it is. It's like I actually just do everything in moderation because I don't want to kill myself. I love my life. Self-preservation. I'm a self-preservationist. So that's it. Like, it's like, so when that lady asked me that, she has been actively stalking me. When I was in college and Dusty asked me if I had chlamydia and all this different stuff, I was fucking this boy on campus. I wasn't fucking him. But she actively sought me out to say something to me. That is racism. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? So when your family is in your house and they just like, oh my God, your hair is so nappy. Right? Because they want to say nappy. And it's like, it's okay. Like my boyfriend Elder, when he's like, I don't want to have a mixed child like that, a dark child. He doesn't know what color the child is going to come out anyway. So we don't know. So Elder, like, I got 2 kids. You see what I'm saying? Like, he like, I'm not trying to have a mixed baby for real. Because it's hard for them. And he was like, he said it's hard for them to get out the country. He had shown me videos. He just so hurt because he had a girlfriend that he was in love with and she was dark skinned. And they wouldn't let him be with her because he totally white. He like really pale. And so that really just hurt his soul. And it's like, so somebody else would be like, that's racist. No, that's love. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you would look at that like, oh my God, that's so racist. But he like, that's love for real. Like, He not saying I'm saying no. That's love. If you got somebody in your house that he has given me every opportunity to get on my feet. This man gave me every opportunity to get on my feet. If he was racist, he would have just kept me in his house as a slave. You see what I'm saying? He wouldn't have let me be a teacher, or he wouldn't have paid for the stuff I needed to be a teacher. He wouldn't have took me out on dates. He wouldn't have let me get in his car, especially in the front seat. Oh my God. He wouldn't have told me to put on my tightest pants to get on the back of his motorcycle. People can see the skin color. They see my skin color everywhere. It's the middle of the fucking summer. I got on a tank top and some shorts. You see what I'm saying? He would have made me cover all that shit up. So just because he doesn't want the child does not mean he's racist. You understand what I'm saying? He's trying to actually, like, he doesn't know what to do to combat that. He doesn't know what to do because he's seen a whole different side of everything, because people really think he's white. Unless he opens his mouth, that's when they know he Guatemalan. But for real, because of his accent is thick. But he really just looks like a white man. So when people talk, they just like, it's like this girl was telling us that too. Like, she is Filipino and black. So she said when she was out on the dance floor, the guy who was Asian thought that she was just black. So he was like, I love my black people, this, that, and the other, whatever. So if he just see her as black, then he just over there trying to give love. He trying to show love. Like, yes, I'm not. He's like, it's just something that he loves. And that's all it is love. It's like, stop taking everything like, oh, that's so racist. If this person love you, this person over here congratulating you, he not over there, ooh, look at those black people dancing. I'm not going to touch him. I mean, he wants to be there to dance with him and everything. And she was saying that too, like, he's Asian, but he was hitting every fucking move. You see what I'm saying? Like, my friend, he used to do the same thing. He used to hit every fucking move. And so I don't have to go back and be like, oh, he's Asian and I love him. It's just like, that's who he is. He's gorgeous. But I will mention that he's Asian and he can cook his ass off. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's like, that's it. So that's not racism. It's love. So that's why it's like, sometimes y'all have to start to like redefine what that is. You got to really think about the situation. Did this person antagonize me? Not just made you feel offensive. Did this person come back and taunt you? Like when somebody, like I had a roommate in college, Radiance. She looks at my hair and she would be like, your hair can't do this, that, or the other. I just saw this man, my hair can do that. So look, y'all, I wanted my hair to be like, if you look at the video, Madonna had a video, it was Rain. Rain, when her hair like does that, like, it looks like it's like feathers. Y'all, my hair can do it. So look, if your hair is short enough, you comb the hair. First, all the hair has to be going this way. So then it's like when it's straight, then all I got to do is just take a comb over and go this way and then go this way. And it'll be feathers. It'll look just like Madonna hair looked in the Rain video. It's not even a cut. It's just like, that's exactly what it looked like when you comb it. So his hair was about this short. So all I would have to do is curl my hair and then comb it this way and then go a rake over it this way. And so it'll make a V. And I'm talking about, it'll look like fucking feathers. So in college, this girl, she'd be like, nah, your hair can't do that. Because she just saw me as a black woman. I can't never say nothing to her. She dumb. It's like the stupidity is what made her racist. She's very ignorant. Now you can't do that. You can't do that. Radiance pits. And so it's like she really thinks that she's a part of my life. It's like, you stupid. Like, you can't be a part of my life. You know nothing about me. Nothing. Not one goddamn thing. This bitch ain't never been over my house, ain't never talked to me or nothing. And the whole time she talking to my Jewish black mother, my Jewish black Native American mother about me. Or my mother was trying to talk to her about relationships and stuff like that. She like, yeah, I'm talking about, I mean, she is one of the most racist people I've ever met in my fucking life. That's the woman I came back from campus and I was like, I changed my major to art. She was, you trying to be like me. I could have graduated, but I wanted to stay and just get another degree. I could have graduated, The same time she was standing there. I'm talking about y'all. I never was on academic probation or anything. They was on academic probation, all types of shit. My roommates. She just standing there looking at me, telling me I want to be like her, and she was on academic fucking probation. If you don't get your retarded ass the fuck out of my face. I'm talking about y'all. She actually stood there and looked at me and told me I wanted to be like her, and I was actually ready to graduate. I didn't say nothing to her. I just sat there. One of the most racist bitches I have ever fucking met in my fucking life. And she an orphan. You would think an orphan would have like some type of culture. She is so fucking stupid. And so racism is just fueled by stupidity. So like that's it. It's like multicultural racism. It is something where I'm just like, are you kidding me? Like this shit, it pisses me off. So that's the difference. I got one friend who's Asian who's like hanging out with us and helping us, like making us food. We didn't buy any other food. He just knew that sometimes we didn't have time to like always come back from work and find food. You know what I'm saying? So he made us all these like wraps or whatever. They was like taquitos, like egg rolls or something. He just put them in the freezer. I didn't know people cook like that. Like we put food in the freezer, but he'll come and like make us all these things, like 400 or 500 of them, and put them in the freezer. So when we come home, that's all we gotta do is just put it in the grease and eat it. That's it. Fry it up and eat it. You see what I'm saying? As opposed to a roommate who's just always, anything I do, she's telling me, no, I can't do that. You know why? Because you a dumb bitch. Because you a racist. So that's more than being offended. That woman is a racist. He's never had any comments about my hair, anything about the way I dress. Everything that he said to me was actually a celebration. Everything she said to me, and she was black too, was like really mean. And it was like, it was always something that where she felt like she had to hold me back. So it's like, okay, if you got to pull on my shirt when I'm moving ahead, then you might be racist. That's a racist person because she's antagonizing me. And she's discriminating against me too because she never, not one time asked me, Shantae, is that your culture? I'm not black. I don't carry out a black culture. My son, however, is. And I try to make sure he carries out a black culture. But my son really does like mixed culture. So he's like, I don't always want to be around just all black people. I want to also be around African people. I also want to be around Hispanic people. I also want to be, you see what I'm saying? He doesn't even use the color. If I say a color, he'd be like, Mom, why you got to say that? Don't say what color they are. Just say who it is. You don't need to say their color. He's actually like put off by that stuff. So it's like I have to actually really recognize his culture. I can't sit there and just always berate him with the color of somebody else. You see what I'm saying? Because if that's the case, I would be doing that to him too. I would be taunting him. And in that case, I would be being racist to him. So in this case, when the girl say her mother was in the house and she was, you know, first off, that's something Hispanic people do too. So some Hispanic people try to take that as being racist. Never had I had that issue until I came back from Illinois and went back to Texas. Because here in Illinois, Missouri, they took everything that was said about the Hispanic people and made it into something like I was racist against people. How? When a Hispanic person gave me the opportunity to get my teacher certification and told me just to help out people in the Hispanic community. Not only the people in the Hispanic community, but he's saying help people out. You see what I'm saying? If you meet somebody like me that came from another country, please help them. That's all I've always done anyway, since I was in college. So when he's saying that, he's like, okay, I gave you this opportunity. So now when you do something, so y'all, even when I started doing taxes, I started helping people get their ITINs. I just learned a lot about that. Like when people come here and they don't have a social security number, when they first file for taxes, they can go ahead and get an ITIN. And it's like a social security number. So now that makes them legal too. So it's like, why not create a situation where I can make these people feel more comfortable and not feel as if they have to leave? And so that is something else. That's why he gave me the opportunity, is because I help people from other places feel like they are welcome in this country. Because if I really think about it, like, it's not when I really think about it, we refugees too. We come from a family of refugees. And so it's like that is something that y'all have to really be like. It's like y'all sit there and talk about all these other cultures. When you talk about Hispanic people, that's why I get pissed off, because we refugees too. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we people from another country too. So even though I'm just as American now as anybody else, my people came from somewhere else. They didn't come from the United States. So it's like, that is why it's like, get the fuck out of my face. I'd slap the shit out of you. I don't care how you see me. So that's what I'm saying. That's that multicultural racism. Just like Elder, that multicultural, it's like we feel a whole different way about it. Elder feels a whole different way about how people treat black people, because people that are white will come to him and really talk about black people. They will really stand there and be racist towards black people. He's seen it a whole different way. For me, white people always give people opportunity when they in my presence. I'm sorry, white people always give black people or Hispanic people opportunity when they in my presence. So the world that Elder has saw, which was he was there with other Hispanic people that held back black people, that's not the world that I see. In Texas, the opportunities that were given to people were given to them by white people. The openness was given to black people and Hispanic people by white people. That's why I'm like, I'm not racist against white people, but sometimes I'm racist against black people. I'm not racist. I'm like, I don't it's like, I know racism from black people, because black people would do the same thing for me. I can't stand that Hispanic girl. I can't stand. I'll whoop your ass. I'll fuck you up. Y'all, they don't be understanding. I'll be like, you gonna stand here and be a bitch in front of me? And I'm talking about for real, when the Hispanic people, y'all, I'm talking about when I say they could have wrapped me in a fucking blanket and fed me some, like, I'm talking about these Hispanic people really took care of me. From a Guatemalan man giving me my certification to when I couldn't feed myself, a Hispanic man working at he worked at a sandwich place, and we worked at the same job. He just saw me every day. I eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and an apple, because I really didn't have money to eat, because I was still trying to pay my insurance and my car note and my rent. I was doing all that stuff by myself, working 2-3 jobs at a time and going to school. So the man at work, he'll see me doing that. He's just started bringing me sandwiches in between my jobs. Do you know that this black bitch that I let live in my apartment with me, she lied about trying to give me the rent. She was trying to get over on me. So she would actually take animals, insects, and put them inside of the sandwich stuff that he'll bring me. Ain't no fucking way I'm on the second floor and somebody leave a bag on my door with a sandwich in there that now it's a caterpillar, a fly, and a beetle in that bitch. That's a lot of shit to be in a fucking sandwich box. Grass. I'm talking about, so this bitch went down to I'm on the second floor. That means she went down down in the yard, like in the yard, pulled up the grass and the animals too, and the insects too. A black person. This man trying to make sure I get something different for myself to eat between jobs. So I have to go. Sometimes I go between jobs. This is what I do, y'all. I leave a teaching job. I have my gym clothes in the car. Sometimes I forget my work clothes. I have my gym clothes in the car. So as soon as I get off, if I work at a school where I get off at 2 o'clock, because I got to be at work at like 4, maybe 4:30, usually 4:30. So I get off at the school at 2 o'clock. I go to the gym. Then from the gym, I go home and change my clothes, and then I go to work. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm really taking care of myself. But then I get to work. When I get hungry, I want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, because it's like I can get a kid's meal for like $3. So that's all I'm eating. And so when he saw that, he just bring me a sandwich. So in that case, which one racist? Is it the black person or the Hispanic person? It's the black person. This after the man. This before he was this is before he told me I can move in with him so I get my certification. When he was leaving the property, he was like, "You're not gonna stay here. You coming with me because I can't watch you." So he made me move with him into Carrollton. Carrollton Farmers Branch. He didn't really make me. He just kept telling me we moving. So by that November, we moved the fuck out of there. Like I said, he was like, nah, you coming with me. If I leave this job, you come with me because somebody over here messing with you. I don't know who it is. He ain't tell me nothing. He just started watching out for me. So now I'm in his house with him. He like, okay, now you can quit your other job and go to school. Go to school full time and get your certification to be a teacher. I'm like, well, I can keep my job because you see what I'm saying? I go to school on the weekends. So I was still in school getting my business degree. So now summertime comes and I'm able to pay for myself to be certified as a teacher. So I paid for teaching classes for myself. So I get my certification, and then for a year I stayed with him. We broke up that next year, and I still stayed with him. And then by the next school year, I moved out. And so you just like, okay, that's cool. But I'm talking about this man stayed with me till I got on my fucking feet. And so in that case, just because he don't want to have a mixed baby, I'm supposed to think he racist. Now the racism came from that girl not caring about it. I gotta eat, that I gotta pay bills, that I gotta stay on my feet. I can't take care of you. And I told her that too. I said, I can't take care of you. You got to really get around by yourself because that's what I do. I already got a set schedule. So if you want to be a roommate, you can be a roommate. But if you can't really take care of yourself, I can't really handle that for you. I can't sit here and let my electricity bill go up because this bitch want to lay in my house all day. Y'all understand what I'm saying? I can't let my water bill go up because you want to lay in my house all fucking day. And so y'all had to put her ass out. Because this bitch was actually in my house trying to be racist against me. That's racism. And so I hate when people, well, we black. I'm not black. Y'all are actively stalking me. I'm not black. I'm not here to be your mama or your daddy. Like, bitch, you got to take care of your fucking self. I've been taking care of my fucking self through every fucking thing. Y'all been working since I was 14 years. Well, since I was 4. And you mean to tell me that at this point you can't take care of your fucking self? So all this stuff, some of this stuff I've been going through be because of this little bitch. And she a black girl. Y'all understand what I'm saying? And this white bitch following me too. It's like, y'all really gotta chill because I'm not black, I'm not white. I'm a Jewish, black, and Native American woman. All these people, Kenya Barris got my shit. Nigga, I'm not black. And whenever they say mixed, they want us to be light-skinned. My son not light-skinned either. My son like, no, I wish I was dark. Dark-skinned. I wish I was really dark, like my brothers. And I'm like, I understand too. It's like, then you see what I'm saying? It's like people get tired of explaining color to you. This is multicultural racism. Like this, it's like this shit is real. I don't want to be acknowledged with that shit. Really, I don't even want to talk about it. I'm just like my son for real. I don't want to keep telling people what color I am or what color they are and all the different shit. But it's like in this case, we gonna have to. So that's the difference. It's like when somebody is in your house and they love you, they're not gonna be racist against you. That's just love. They just trying to relate to what's going on. That's it. Even with friends, if they don't understand truly, just explain it to them. Comments and stuff they make is not wrong. Like it's like if you help me celebrate my birthday and you was like, Chantel, your hair, I don't understand how your hair goes straight, how your hair goes curly or anything, right? If my friend says that to me, and it's been my friend my whole life, what can I say? Chantel, let me comb your hair. Okay. You see what I'm saying? One lady, she gave me some shampoo because she bought it and it's Curl's daughter, but she a white woman and she just like gave me the shampoo because she thought it would probably be better for me. I don't even use shampoo for real, so it's still sitting up there. But I'm like, but did you get conditioner? You see what I'm saying? Because I actually sometimes I do a co-wash because of the curls instead of just like doing a shampoo. She doesn't understand it, but she's like, oh, I got this shampoo and it does say co-wash. I mean, I got this conditioner and it does say co-wash. So it's like she gave me that too. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like sometimes that's it. That's all it is. It's not racism. It's somebody trying to come and give you something or trying to help you or whatever. How is that racist? It's not racist because that person is giving you opportunity. That person is giving you growth. That person is helping you out of something. It's not racism. It's appreciation. It's love. But if a person came to me and was like, you should just shave your hair because you should have put a perm in it, that's racism. That whole scene with Spike Lee's show, what's that? You a jigaboo. Da 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 da. It's racism on both parts. Both parts of that is racism. So you mean tell me if I went on an interview and it was an AKA there and my hair wasn't straight, even though I'm multicultural, I'm talking about y'all, all I gotta do is just take my hair and braid it like this for 2 or 3 days. That's it. And my hair will be straight. Do y'all see how easy it is to work my hair? I'm talking about when they say hair of wool, this is what they talking about. That's why they say leave Jewish people alone. Look. That's all I gotta do. When I take this out in a couple hours or by tomorrow, my hair will be straight. Because my hair is actually like really thin. So when that happens, it's like people they just don't understand. It's like, that's just what it does. My sisters too, they got straight hair. Like, it's for real. My baby sister, her hair is straight. So she really don't need a perm. She put a perm in there. The perm started actually taking my hair out. My middle sister, same thing, but she got wave. Like, if you took a wave thing and put in my middle sister hair, she got like beach waves. If she just wash her hair and just let it dry, she'll have like big beach waves. And my baby sister, like I said, is straight. Mine is like really curly. So it's just like, I don't, you know what I'm talking about? Like, just so if I went on that interview, would you hire me if my hair was like this? Or would you prefer for it to be straight? You see what I'm talking about? Because they went to a HBCU, so they see black as different too. And so if you at a HBCU and you see discrimination and antagonism, then how could you say black people are not racist? That's what we learned in school, that black people can't be racist. They can. They can be prejudiced too. Somebody say, well, they don't have the resources. They do. When they become managers and all that different stuff, they don't hire certain people to do certain things. And so you could be very qualified. They will hire somebody else from an HBCU that's unqualified. They don't look at qualifications. They look at color. That's racism. So it's like Shonda Rhimes, you stole. Issa Rae stole from me. Y'all understand what I'm saying? How is that not racism? How is that not racism? They don't even know me. They know what color I am. Kim Kardashian, she Armenian. She's supposed to be a minority too. I'm talking about she more minority than me. And it's like, that's racism. All of that shit is racism. So it's like, I don't know what else to tell you. Multicultural racism. Because some people look at me and see black. And that's all. And some people just look at me and just feel inferior. That's racism. So anyway, y'all, that's it for today. So that's all I'm saying. Sometimes just remember that just because somebody is trying to relate to you, maybe that's just let me tell y'all about that too. If it was like Kim Kardashian just dressing up like Diana Ross and doing a photo shoot, that's appreciation. But when Kim Kardashian and her sisters started stalking me and my sisters, and Kanye West trying to beat us, when Kanye started stalking me, trying to beat me, that's racism. Because he started swiping my opportunities to get me fired from my job, trying to steal money, he tried to take every opportunity. When Kenya Barris is like, if I'm creating a show and they give it to Kenya Barris, that's racism. If I create the show, why can't I make the show? That's racism. When Pharrell started doing that shit, that's racism. And it's like, it was because in my class, the student that Pharrell was trying to be, Greg, when he was being bad, I was telling him he can't get on the piano. But eventually I just was like, okay, get on the piano. I wasn't being racist. I was just like, no, at this point, you can't do that because you've been causing too much trouble everywhere else. So one day I was like, okay, get on the piano. So he showed me he knew how to play the piano, and that's beautiful. But that wasn't racism. It wasn't something I did to you to take away your money. It wasn't something I did to you to take away your time. I didn't try to take you away from your family. I didn't try to hinder you in any type of way. I'm talking about they actually trying to fuck up my legs, mess up my back, stop me from doing yoga. This is all racism. They have stopped every type of quality of life that I've ever had. All that stuff is racism. But yeah, when Kim Kardashian is taking pictures and shit, that's not racism. That's appreciation. That's love. So I don't know. Fuck y'all. You see what I'm saying? When Lena Dunham is actually down here actively in costumes trying to stalk me to see what the fuck I'm doing, that's racism. If you already know I'm in a shelter, what the fuck you doing that shit for? That shit is fucking racism. She saw that we was living at a youth hospital in Texas. She did that shit in Texas too. Talking about she gonna be a science person. All this stuff. No, bitch, that's not you. That's me. You trying to actively steal my fucking identity. And she'll actually try to dress up like a Jewish person. That's racism. So that's racism. We need to learn it and understand the difference and just define it as such. And let the people that want to celebrate you. Let them appreciate you. It's okay. Nothing is wrong with it. I saw this Asian man come out with about Nicki Minaj. He was like, no, we really love it. We love what Nicki Minaj does. And Nicki Minaj is from the islands, so sometimes, you know, some of those places are closer to Asia, closer to India, closer to Africa than what we think. Because some Asian people are African, some Indian people are African. You see what I'm saying? So it's like all that stuff matters. That's a culture. Some Asian people never been outside of Africa, so they African for real. It's a culture. So I'm serious. Start treating people like people and check your fucking self. That's all you got to do. It's like, if you really thinking that something is horrible or that's not good enough for you or it's not that, this, that, and the other, then shit, something wrong with you. You see what I'm saying? Then it's like maybe you have a mental issue. Maybe you are racist. And then in that case, you need to get help. Adlerian therapy is the best therapy for people that feel that way. So like for Radiance Pitts, she needs to go out and see other people that are like me. You see what I'm saying? Or she needs to just look and see, okay, I'm not a part of her culture. She is not black. So therefore, I don't need to be saying any comments. You see, you got to get some fucking help. You a racist ass bitch. For the white lady that was actually at the job saying you Jewish, she needs to be sued. You see what I'm saying? That's how we start checking these people. Because she stopped my job and everything because she she just felt like she had to have a right to know if I was Jewish or not. That's not her fucking business. You see what I'm saying? For the boss, I need to go ahead and sue the school because that's how I gotta check you. My sex life is not your business. If I meet this girl again, same thing. You need to go to jail because you are actively stalking me. All these things need checks. All these things need checks and balances. That is multicultural racism. That's what I'm saying when I say that. You look at a person and just assume that you know what culture they are, and you don't. When Jada Pinkett and Gabrielle Union doing this shit, that's identity theft and racism. I don't have nothing to do with either one of them. And you trying to be me? You trying to be people in my family? Because you done seen this shit on some paper? Get the fuck out of here. No. I want my fucking money. I need some checks and fucking balances in this bitch. And that's it. So yeah, that's it, y'all. It's Shantae Brown Sugar Talk under Black Unicorns telling you, like, for real, if that stuff happens, remember to just think about what it really is. Think about the pros and cons of what this person is saying. Is this person really my friend? Or is this person trying to help me? Or is this person trying to antagonize me and hurt my feelings? If they trying to antagonize and hurt your feelings, it's racism. If they not, it's just appreciation. Laugh the shit off and move on with your life. That's it. Have a good day.